In this video, we are going to focus on absolute value equation. Absolute value equation is just as easy as normal linear equation. The only difference in working absolute value equation is that you have to separate the original absolute value equation into two parts, the positive and negative part. Let's say, for example, the absolute value of x is equals to a. You have that our x is equals to a positive a and a negative a. Now, there are some points that you need to know when solving about absolute values. Like when you have an expression that an absolute value of x is equals to a. Now, a cannot be a negative number. A should always be positive. When a is negative, then the equation has no solution. Now, let's take for example, when you have a question like the absolute value of x is equals to minus 10. Now, there is no solution to this question because there is no value of x that its absolute value is going to be equals to minus 10. Now, let's take another example like when you have x plus 5 absolute value is equals to minus 2. So here you also have that this negative value. So this is also no solution. And again, you also have this example when you have like negative 2x plus 8 is equals to minus 1. This also has no solution because of this negative value of 1. Then another point you have to know is that when you have an expression like negative absolute value of x is equals to, even if it's a positive number here, 1, it has no solution. But when you have a question like you have a negative value, an absolute value is equals to, also you have here a negative value. You see, you can cancel these two minus by dividing both sides by minus 1. So this will give us a positive value on both sides, making the solution possible to solve. So when you do that, you have that the absolute value of x is equals to a positive 1. Now, let's solve real examples. Now, when you have this question that says the absolute value of x is equals to 5, you have to solve for x. Now, since the values are going to be separated into two parts, both negative and positive, so we are going to separate this. We have that our x is equals to plus 5, and we have that our x is equals to minus 5. Now, if we say we want to verify it, in this part we have that our absolute value of plus 5, you see it is still equals to 5, and here again we have the absolute value of minus 5, it is still equals to 5. Now, let's take another example. Like when you have the absolute value of x minus 5 is equals to 3. Now, this expression is quite different from this one because now we no longer have a single variable in the absolute symbol, but it's still as simple as the first one. So, to solve this, you also have to separate it into two sides, the positive and the negative side. So, on the positive side, you have that our x minus 5 is equals to plus 3. And on the other side, you have that our x minus 5 is equals to minus 3. Now, we're going to try solving this positive side first. So, the first step we're going to take is try eliminating this minus 5. So, what do? You add positive side to both sides of the equation. So, this will give us that our x is equals to, obviously this will cancel this, is equals to 3 plus 5, which is equals to 8. So we have that our x is equals to 8. Now, on the other side, here we have our equation equals to negative 3. We have that we are also going to try eliminating this minus 5 by adding positive 5 to both sides of the equation. So this is going to give us that our x is equals to, this is going to cancel this. So we have minus 3 plus 5, which is equals to 2. If you want to verify this question like we did in the first part, you can say that when the equation gave us that the absolute value of x minus 5 is equals to 3. So we can substitute 8 with this x. And this will give us that the absolute value of 8 minus 5 is equals to 3. So when you subtract 8 minus 5, it's going to give us positive 3. So you see that the absolute value is equals to 3. Now on the other part, we have that our x is equals to 2. So we have that the absolute value of x minus 5 is equals to 3. So when we substitute x, the absolute value of 2 minus 5 is equals to 3. Now 2 minus 5 is going to give us minus 3. So the absolute value of minus 3 is equals to 3. Now, let's take another example. So we have the absolute value of minus 2x plus 7 is equals to 25. Now, remember the first rule we talked about, that when you have the absolute value on the outside of this expression, it has no solution. So this one has this negative value inside the expression. So it has a solution. So we are going to still solve it with the same pattern. So we're going to separate it into both positive and negative parts. So we have that our minus 2x plus 7 is equals to, here with the positive part, 25. Or we have that our minus 2x plus 7 is equals to minus 25. So on the positive side, we have that our minus 2x plus 7 is equals to plus 25. So we are going to try getting rid of this plus 7 by adding negative 7 to both sides of the equation. So this will give us our minus 2x is going to cancel this, then 25 minus 7 is going to give us 18. So now this is equals to 18. So this, to solve for x, we are going to divide both sides by minus 2. So this is going to cancel this, and we'll have that our x is equals to minus 9. Now the other part, we have that our minus 2x plus 7 is equals to minus 25. We're also going to try getting rid of this plus 7 by adding negative 7 to both sides of the equation. So this is going to give us that our minus 2x is equals to minus 32. So still divide both sides by minus 2. This is going to cancel this, and this minus is going to cancel this minus, and now that our x is equals to plus 16. Now, another example, we have this question. The absolute value of minus 6x plus 3 is minus 7 is equals to 20. Now, we can't just go ahead to split this linear equation into two, the negative and positive part. We're going to try getting rid of this minus 7 first. So what do? We add positive 7 to both sides of the equation. So this is going to give us the absolute value of minus 6x plus 3 is equals to 27. Now, you can go ahead to split it into two equations. So this is going to give us that minus 6x plus 3 is equals to 27, or minus 6x plus 3 is equals to minus 27. Now, we can go ahead to solve that by ourselves. Now, another example that we have is that we have minus 7, then the absolute value of minus 2x plus 9 is equals to minus 12. Now again, this equation is not yet ready to be solved because we are yet to isolate the absolute value, which is this value. So the first thing we are going to do is try getting rid of this plus 9. Then we are going to try getting rid of minus 7. So what do we do to get rid of plus 9? We add negative 9 to both sides of the equation. So then we're going to give us 7 multiplied by the absolute value of minus 2x is equals to, so this 9 is going to cancel this 9. Then we have minus 12 plus minus 9, which is going to give us minus 21. So we're going to try getting rid of this minus 7 now. So what do? We divide both sides by minus 7. So this is going to cancel this, and this, the minus is going to cancel the minus, and we have 21 whole over 7, which is equals to 3. So now we have our absolute value fully isolated. So we have our absolute value of minus 2x is equals to 3. Now we can also go ahead to solve this by just separating them into two parts, the negative and the positive part. Now there is this other example. It's quite complicated, but it's actually simple. It's just that it has a quadratic equation in the absolute value. So we have that about 2x squared plus 2x minus 4 is equals to 4. Now this question is quite simple. It's the same with other questions that we have solved. The only difference is that we are going to be solving a quadratic equation instead of a linear equation. Now what is the first step in solving this? The same thing. We are going to separate them into two parts, the negative and the positive part. So we have that our x raised to the power of 2 plus 2x minus 4 is equals to plus 4. And on the other part, we have that our x squared plus 2x minus 4 is equals to minus 4. Now, how do we solve this left hand side? You have that our absolute value is equals to a positive number, which is plus 4. Now, the first step we're going to take is trying to get rid of this minus 4. So what do? We add positive 4 to both sides of the equation. That is going to give us our x squared plus 2x is going to cancel this is equals to 8. Now, what is the next step we're going to take? Next step we're going to take is try equating the equation into 0. So this is going to give us our x squared plus 2x minus 8 is equals to 0. Now this is a full-blown quadratic equation. So to solve for x, you can use the almighty formula, but what we're going to use here is factorization. So we factorize, you have that our x plus 4 multiplied by x minus 2 is equals to 0. So what do you have here? We have that our value of x is equals to minus 4 and our x is equals to 2. So we have two values of x here. Now on the other part, we're going to do the same thing, try to get rid of this minus 4. What do? Add positive 4 to both sides of the equation. So this is going to cancel this, and this also is going to cancel this. And when we have negative 4 plus 4 plus positive 4 is going to be equals to 0. So this will give us that our x squared plus 2x is equals to 0. Now what do? We still factorize. So we can bring out x here, and this will give us x plus 2 is equals to 0. Now we have that our x is equals to 0, or our x is equals to minus 2. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot about absolute values. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. See you in another video. Bye.